Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Charnel and today we are doing my March TBR. I'm excited. So I think I spoke about this in the February wrap-up. My goal for this year is just to read 4 books a month. I'm trying to set more realistic goals for myself when it comes to reading. I know in September I set like a 7-book TBR. I had like a 7-book TBR. And then I had started a second job, which just became super unrealistic, and I barely was able to crack 1 book open. But, you know, I reached my goal in February. I did read 4 books, which I speak about in my wrap-up video. You guys can go watch that. Yes, we're just going to focus on my March TBR for today, and let's get started. So the first book we have at the TBR is The Perfect Crimes of Marian Hayes by Cat Sebastian, and this one is more of a mystery crime novel, if I'm not mistaken, a crime romance. Marian Hayes, the Duchess of Clare, just shot her husband. Of course, the evil, murderous man deserved what was coming to him, but now she must flee to the countryside. Unfortunately, the only person she can ask for help is the charismatic criminal who is blackmailing her, and who she may have left tied up a few hours before. Just maybe. A highwayman, con artist, and all-around cheerful villain, Rob Brooks is no stranger to the wrong side of the law or the right side of anyone's bed. He never meant to fall for the woman whose secrets he promised to keep for the low price of £500. But how could he resist someone who led him on a merry chase all over London, left him tied up in a seedy inn, and then arrived covered in her husband's blood and in desperate need of his help? As they flee across the country, stopping to pickpockets, drink to excess, and rescue invalid cats, they discover more true joy and peace than either has felt in ages. But when the truth of Rob's past catches up to him, and they must decide if they are willing to reshape their lives in order to forge a future together. I'm excited. I've been leaning more towards crime, true crime, and like mystery and thriller books these days since I started listening to true crime podcasts. So this is more of a crime romance, which it's a new genre for me, I think. So I am excited to read this. Our next book we have is Promises and Pomegranates. This was in my February TBR that I wanted to get to, but I never got the chance to get to, so now it's in my March TBR. And this one is by Sav R. Miller. And if this is good, I will probably do a reading vlog on the other 4 books. There's 5 books in this Monsters and Muses series, and yeah, if this is good, I will do a reading vlog on the other 4 books in the series. I've already started looking it up on Barnes & Noble. It's in my cart. Like that little habits of, what's it called? Spontaneously shopping. I had to halt it. I had to stop from buying the other 4 books because I haven't read this yet. But it's just like, I have a collector's mindset. Okay, so Alina. To most, Cal Anderson is a villain. Harbinger of death, keeper of souls, frequenter of nightmares, doctor of death, hides incarnate. They say he stole me, usurped my fiancé, and filled the cracks in my heart with empty promises. Imprinted his crimson fingerprints on my psyche and tried to set me free. They're not wrong, per se, except it was my choice to stay. Cal. To most, Alina Ricci is an innocent goddess of springtime, lover of poetry, angel of my nightmare. Little one, Persephone personified. They say I ruined her, shattered her virtue, and devoured her soul like a succulent pomegranate, embedded my evil as deep as I could possibly get, and tried to set her free. They're not wrong, per se, except it was she who ruined me. So, yes, I'm excited. I don't know what type of trope this is. Enemies to lovers? Friends to lovers? It doesn't seem like forced proximity or anything like that. So I have no clue what the trope is from reading the back, but I am excited to read it. Our third book we have is Throttled by Lauren Asher. It's from the Dirty Aries series. And I've heard from a booktuber that I watched that this is a popular book, but I've never seen it come across on my TikTok or my booktube besides her channel. So it's not to me. But even if it is, I already have the book. When I saw it in Barnes & Noble, I knew nothing about it. And this one, she wrote the fine print. So my thought process was, I'll try this book out and see if I like this, if I like her writing style, like her tropes, all that good stuff. And then I would go to get the fine print and read that, because I've seen the fine print up and down like my timeline, but I haven't come across Throttled. So I wanted to test one of her lesser known to me, one of the books that I didn't know of hers, before I go and read the fine print and like go in hopes high, and then it's like, oof, yeah. Because I've read some other books that were super hyped on my TikTok, and they were like a 3.5 for me. So they weren't really, they didn't hit like they hit for everybody else. Anyways, so Maya, Noah Slade is a Formula One legend in the making. Focused, unapproachable, ruthless, on and off the track. Okay. See, the first time I read this, I couldn't really understand what it was about. But so he might be a race car driver, which would explain this Polaroid. And it looks like Italy? Question mark. Is she a photographer and he's a racer? That's my assumption from everything I'm seeing inside and outside the book so far. But Noah Slade is a Formula One legend in the making. Focused, unapproachable, ruthless, on and off the track. A man with walls higher than the Grand Canyon. And my brother's new teammate. I want more of the prince who disguises himself as the villain. But while I crave a happy ending, he wants to destroy his... Oh, and I'm sorry that I am congested. I am unwell. Like, seriously. Maya Alator is a forbidden temptation, an ambitious postgrad I should stay far away from, and chaos wrapped with a bow. We're a ticking time bomb and about one wrong move away from exploding. I want to trip the wire, detonating together in passion and pain, because in the end, all's fair in lust and war. Whoa. Whoa. I want to say they kind of give the same vibes. Yeah, I want to say they're kind of in the same vibe. I want to think that this might be like a dark romance. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. Like, let me know. Is this a dark romance? It seems like a dark romance. Harbinger of Death? You can't tell me that that's not dark romance. Keeper of Souls? Nobody in a happy-go-lucky romance book will say he's a keeper of my soul. Like, he's a harbinger of death. Now, this one I don't think it's dark romance, but he is kind of like... What are those guys called? Like the mean guy who's mean to you, but like he's the only one who could be mean to you. And he's like, nobody else can be mean to you but me, but he's quite the arse. This is what that's giving me. So, again, I can't really tell if it's going to be enemies to lovers, because she doesn't seem like she hates him. But they don't seem like they're friends. So, we shall see. And then the last one is kind of more of a mystery thriller, something that's not, I mean, romance. It was in the romance section, but like a darker side in the sense. Because listen, right? This is The Obsession. Boy meets girl, boy stalks girl, girl gets revenge, right? A classic sort of love story, except someone might wind up dead. Logan thinks he and Delilah are meant to be. Delilah doesn't know who Logan is. Logan believes no one knows Delilah like he does. He makes sure of it by learning everything he can, watching her through a hidden camera. Some may call him a stalker. Logan prefers to be called a romantic. Delilah is keeping secrets though, deadly ones. There's so much more to her than meets the eye. Logan is determined to make Delilah the heroine in his twisted fantasy, and he'll do anything to get what he wants. Delilah is done with the men in her life controlling her. If Logan won't let her go, she'll make him. So yeah, this one, it was on the buy one, get one half off table at Barnes & Noble when I went recently. And I read this and I was like, it kind of reminded me of you. In the sense of like the stalker, feeling like they're your psycho type character. So it kind of reminds me of that, but I got it because it just was like the audacity. I got it because of Logan's audacity. So I'm excited to read The Obsession. Our four books we have are The Obsession, Throttled, Promises and Pomegranates, and The Perfect Crimes of Marian Hayes. So these are my March TBR. I'll be sad if I don't finish it, but you know, as long as I read 4 books in the month of March, that is a-okay, and I will not beat myself up for not reading these 4 specifically. But I do want to read these 4 this month, like, or just in general. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tell me what you guys are reading in the month of March down below, and what you have on your TBR, like physical TBR, or on your wish list. I have a TBR wish list for Barnes & Noble, and baby, that list is long, but the money is short. So it's going to stay in the TBR wish list at Barnes & Noble. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Why do I breathe like that? Okay. I've redone my March TBR. Yay! Whee!